Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex, the Financial Guru. Thanks you for checking in. Just letting you know today what we're going to be talking about is the 5 top reasons that we're broke. Okay? And I'm going to explain what makes us broke. It's not so much the money we make, it's the practices and the techniques behind it. So I'm going to show you some unique things that I've done to help me get out of those type of situations. Okay, so the first thing is, the first reason why we're broke is that we work more than one job. And people say, what? Work more than one job? We've been taught that you're supposed to have multiple streams of income. That part is correct. You should have multiple streams of income, but working more than one job to pay bills is not gonna work. So if you owe $40,000 in debt and you have 2 jobs that pay $60,000 a year, so one pays $30,000 and the other one pays $30,000. So now you have $60,000 combined, and by taxes and everything, you're only making about maybe $40,000 roughly. With that $40,000, there's no way you can get out of debt because your household bills and your monthly bills are not going to be able to overpay itself. So you're going to have to find some way to where now you can eliminate debt and still keep one job that can do it all. Okay, so just always keep that in mind, no matter what. Don't look for 2 jobs that pay $30,000 a year. Look for one job that pays $60K or that pays $70K a year, and that will alleviate time and allow you to be more creative so you can use your outside time to create more income. So that's one. The second one is, the second reason that we go broke is keeping up with the Joneses or social media. I know a lot of us like to go on Instagram, we like to floss, we like to flex, we all become our own celebrities in our mind, and that's fine, nothing's wrong with that. But when you see a person who is a celebrity who makes $1 million a year and they posting that they're in this grand trip, well, they make over $1 million a year, so they can afford to do it, and they get paid to do it. A lot of times they're being sponsored. So it looks to the average viewer, to the average eye, that they're spending $50,000 on a luxury trip. Well, that $50,000 that they're spending, really, a lot of times they get comped because they get to show it, review it, those type of things. So they get comped. They're not paying out of their pocket for it. But for you now, it's the complete opposite. You have to spend $50,000 out your pocket, and you only make $60,000, $70,000 a year. So imagine you spending $50,000 of that and you didn't get not one penny of that back. So you always want to make sure anything you spend your money on, you want a return on it. That's the difference between spending money and investing money. Spending money is when you're just paying, but investing is where you're looking for some type of return. It doesn't have to be necessarily immediate, but it has to be a return attached to it. I don't buy anything unless I am seeking or I'm going to get some type of return later down the line. Okay? If I purchase a home, it needs to already have equity inside of it. If I purchase a car, it needs to be below book value. Everything needs to have some type of return no matter what. Just keep that in mind. Third thing is buying things with little or to no value. I'll give you a prime example. If you were to purchase a car and the car is valued at $40,000 and you bought it brand new, well, you just bought a brand new car that automatically depreciated the very moment you took it off that lot. 30% gone. And how it works is they charge you the depreciation value up front. So in order for you to get that vehicle's worth out of it, you have to keep it for at least 2 to 3 years in order for that value to now go back to be worth it. And imagine you just spent how much money per month. It's an automatic lose. Never purchase a new car. It's not worth it. Get a used car, pre-owned car, management special, or discounted, whatever. Cell phones, same thing. This right here is the Note 10 Plus. This phone, when it first came out, it was $1,100, right? Well, this same phone, Samsung just came out with the new version of it and the 5G version, and they also came out with the new S20 lineups. That same S20 is about the same price. So You got a newer phone that's the same price, and this phone automatically dropped in value. So it's a lose-lose. You purchase any of those type of things, technology, it is a lose-lose. Focus on putting your money into things that will get you more money in the long run. You don't have to get a phone with 5 cameras on it. You don't need 5G. Get you a phone that has 1 camera on it, that has 4G internet, and you can still do Facebook and your other things in your leisure time, okay? And then the next thing is racking up debt. So I've had clients that came to me and said, Alex, I need you to hook me up, get my credit on point, get me good. And I've done that. I got them on point, got their credit score to 740, 750. They was able to get credit cards, they refinanced cars, all this type of stuff. And then those same clients, months later, used up all those credit cards, racked it up to the T. You cannot use a credit card to pay your bills. That's the wrong thing. Credit cards should be used for dire emergencies. And what I use my credit cards for is investments. Any quick 30-day investment. So I get to pull out $80,000, $100,000 with no fees, and then I get to pay it back. So I get all the cash advance for it. I mean, not the cash advance, but the cash rewards for it. And I also get, after I pay it back, I get a chance to increase my limit. And it doesn't affect my credit score because I pay it before the bill is due. So if I take out $100,000 this month, it's all right because I pay it back. And by the end of the month, it reports back on my credit that I have a 0 balance. That's the stuff you want to do when it comes to not staying broke. Focus on getting the money, but not spending it. Not overspending on things that doesn't mean anything. If you're dating someone, you don't have to go out every week, every night, or every month. Take your time. This is the way that you build up capital. That's what's important. You can do Netflix. Netflix is $17 a month. You can split that between 5 people. 5 people can come up with $3, $4 a month easily. That's it. And y'all share the time. At least you get pure intimate time versus going out, spending $100 per date. And then now y'all still both coming back home to your parents' house or you're coming back home to your apartment. It's not worth it. In the long run, it eats you up. It's not worth it. And 5th thing is celebrating failure. And I'm gonna go in depth with what that means. What we like to do is we celebrate everything that we do. So we go to school, we celebrate it. We graduate, we celebrate. But we don't celebrate once we actually hit a major milestone. These are the things we have to change and we have to do differently. So my birthday is coming up. I'm not gonna tell you my age because I don't want y'all to think I'm older than what I am. So I'm 18, if you wanna know. So for my age, it's a big year. It's a milestone year, right? So I can spend $10,000 and throw this luxurious, crazy, off-the-chain party. But here's the thing, that's $10,000 that I will never, ever get back. I spent 10 grand on a party that I will never get back, that everyone got to enjoy. And then now that 10,000 could have been used to buy some land. It could have been used to purchase other things that could have potentially made me money down the line. Not worth it. So let's stop celebrating things that doesn't have significant value. Just because you went to college and you graduated and you got the degree, that's not worthy to celebrate yet. Celebrate once you get the job and you paid off the college loan. That's something worthy of celebrating. That's something to spend $5K and to go enjoy yourself because now you have the extra capital. Now your check is your income. Your check doesn't go to bills, your check goes to you. Fine, that's a great thing to do. Another thing is when we have children, we have these crazy birthday parties and things like that. And these are kids that's 2, 3 years old. Well, here's the problem with that. You're having more of the party for the adults than the actual child. The child will never remember that at 2 years old, 1 year old. So there's no significance to the child. But we spend $2,000, $3,000, when that money could have been set aside for their college education for when they turn 18. You could have had a drip account set up, a dividend reinvestment account that automatically puts the money back into their account over the next 18 years. So that $2,000 can now turn to $20,000. Yeah, $20,000 might not get you tuition for a major university, but it can do something for a trade school, vocational, or for a community college. These are the way that you put yourself ahead of the other, I can't say competition because really we're not competing with each other, but your other peers. Other races, other cultures do this, and this is what they practice. And this is why they get to be on the top of the ladder while we look up to them. So you have to always be cautious. Monitor your spending. A tax refund should not be the biggest thing you get per year. If it is, that's okay. But don't let that be the normal. Don't let that be the standard. If it is, then that money needs to be invested 100%. It needs to be put aside. If you were to save, if the average single mother who has 2 children were to save her tax refund for 5 years straight, she would most likely have about $30,000 to $40,000 sitting in her bank account. That $30,000 to $40,000 could either pay for her tuition, that $30,000 to $40,000 can pay for a down payment on a house, that $30,000 to $40,000 can help rechange her situation if she's in a negative situation. There's so much you can do with $30,000, $40,000, but there's nothing you can do with $1,000. There's not really anything you can do with $1,000, $2,000, $1,500. So always check the funds and make sure you do things correctly. All right. So just want to tell y'all again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, share, invite others. Let's participate. Let's teach each other. Let's make money together. This is what I love to do. I love to make money, and I love to show people how to make money. Any questions or concerns, please feel free to hit me up. All right, guys, take care. Holla at you.